Hey guys, we're live from the Brojo.
Yay!
Kien Ibanez.
I'm Ryan Freeman.
Max Cooley.
And I'm jailed.
Are you Batman?
Yeah, he's way more Batman than that
God
guy.
Pretty much.
damn. Hey, welcome to the Robro reviews of Valerian. Now, before we get into it, we're gonna say the plot of it. It's called Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets.
Yeah, it is.
Very in small words too. When you watch the movie, it's like City of a Thousand Planets. I'm like, yeah, I can't read that shit. Don't have my glasses. So
Yeah, it was in
maybe that's
small
my fault.
font.
So a dark force threatens Alpha, a vast metropolis and home to a species from thousands of planets. Special operatives Valerian and Laureline must race to identify the marauding menace and safeguard not just Alpha, but the future of the universe. All right, let's talk about this movie.
It's more just the future of people, really, not the universe.
Okay, I'm gonna start with that. For real, Dane DeHaan would not be your first choice for like a stoic, brooding like main protagonist.
Wait,
Nope.
I would choose who played the last Batman that was actually good.
None of them.
Christian Bale?
I'd choose Christian Bale.
You really could not remember the name of the last Batman
I'm
that was
having
good.
memory issues
Yeah,
lately.
man. Like, I don't understand how you can forget that.
Right.
I'm just gonna talk in this voice the rest of the time.
Do not, please,
Make
please,
me want to stab
please.
you.
All right, right.
I'm Valerian.
Before we go into this, now we're gonna get into some spoiler territory like we usually do. I already told you the synopsis. You got that. Spoilers.
See now.
Yeah.
CGI as fuck.
It is CGI as fuck.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyone else really understand the story from the beginning? Because I fucking didn't.
Like, after they...
No, it's like I was saying when we were walking through the parking lot. The story is like by the numbers and easy to figure out as soon as they get to the space station.
Yes.
Yeah, as soon
But
as they're
before
to
that,
Alpha,
the
you're
entire
like,
time you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
Especially
Right.
that opening, it's just like, okay, there's these aliens on this paradise-like planet, and they're speaking some language. Just some subtitles.
language where there's like subtitles a whole 3 times and it's like a 5-minute scene.
And then,
of
like,
people
there's this
talking.
confusing-
Dude, I'm pretty positive that was like 10 minutes.
I don't know. Like,
It was
I
a
just
long
wanted-
It was
ass
a long
opening.
I
ass
just wanted it to
scene.
be done.
Yeah, but otherwise, it's like that, and then blammo, you're with, what's his
Valerian.
fuck face.
You're on a beach.
And
You're on a beach, but it's not a beach.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna start out with the I'm gonna start out with the good things I like before I go like really super shitty about this movie. I thought it was pretty.
Yeah, it
Visually,
was
it was
great.
stunning.
Visually,
yes.
it's amazing.
Yeah, visually very good.
The opening sequence with like the coolest part was the opening sequence with ground control to Major
where
Tom.
you seeing the
Yeah.
fucking space station
was pretty
growing?
cool.
That was cool
Right,
as shit.
it's cool as shit, and I mean that was like felt a lot of those aliens felt Doctor Whoian.
Kind of, yeah.
Very Doctor Who like
Well,
because
it
they're
felt-
not like humanoid aliens, but they're
They
not
were-
like
mhm.
like bleh aliens.
Well,
at
They
the
were
same time.
very
like,
humanoid ass.
Like a Fifth Element, where it was just kind of like, it felt like that.
He did direct the Fifth Element.
Yeah,
I mean, like I'm just
yeah, I felt.
I
That's,
I would just like to point out every single one of those aliens had the capability of shaking a hand. Like that would didn't matter the species of alien. They were bipedal with 2 arms and were shaking a hand.
right.
Like we saw very few aliens other than the giant fucking sea monster looking things.
And you saw one other one, Bubble.
yeah,
She was not bipedal.
but basically everything else was a
Right.
bipedal humanoid-esque
Right.
creature.
yes.
Bubble was the best alien.
No.
God damn it.
God
yeah,
no.
because she transformed into Rihanna.
that was another one. Like, all right,
Okay.
so that and I mean, like I said, it's beautiful. It's
Yeah,
a
it
very
looks
beautiful
amazing.
movie.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Just like Rihanna.
right. Unfortunately, like I'm in the minority when it comes to I don't really like The Fifth Element as much as everyone else does. I thought it was a movie. Like I said, it's a pretty movie. Like Luc Besson makes really pretty movies.
I'm not
That's-
crazy about the Fifth Element.
Right.
I still enjoyed the Fifth
That's
Element.
all he has. To me, I think Luc Besson, all he really has is like pretty movies.
Yeah, pretty
Cool.
much.
What was it? The Professional's a good movie.
I've
Okay.
heard good things about that.
Is that the one where he's like a French hitman?
Leon the Professional.
Leon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's a really
see,
good
like,
movie.
if he can do movies like that, more power to you. I don't think he should do science fiction. Like, maybe have him be like executive producer for like a science fiction movie. But brah, dude.
I could see him taking the helm on a science fiction movie if it wasn't so. Something that's not so out there. Something a little bit more grounded in reality.
Give
Yeah.
him Star Wars.
No.
No.
That's still
No.
too far for him.
Like make it action based, but just a little teeny bit more grounded in reality.
Mormons in space?
I think he could handle it.
All right, yeah. If you get Luke Besson, if you did Battlestar Galactica, I wouldn't mind. There's not really much you can
that'd
really
be doable.
fuck up. I'm gonna like. All right, so I'm just. I don't want to like sound like I'm shitting on this movie, because I really.
Why?
I don't know. Because every time I feel like I'm shitting on a movie. But I think that's the problem with being a quote unquote critic now. You do critical analysis of a movie, and that's what I do with every movie I see now. And it's so like this one is so hardcore to me, where I'm like, oh my god, there's so many things I can nitpick at. But I'm not gonna nitpick. What I'm gonna really go on is that the acting was shoddy. I'm sorry.
It was very. That's what it takes.
Cara Delevingne and Dane DeHaan are the most boring
Fucking
actors.
people ever.
Right, and I showed them the original image of Valerian, alright? That guy looks like a badass hero.
Right.
Something you don't really see Dane DeHaan being. You don't really picture Dane DeHaan playing this badass hero.
No, especially from the opening scene where it introduces him, and
He's like
He gets-
some skinny,
yeah.
snotty guy. I'm like, okay.
I'm just like, bro, like, you need to go lift if you're gonna be a hero, man.
Right.
That skinny flab ain't working for you.
And like you would think how like Han Solo has that charm to him when he's talking to like Leia and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
He really personally for me, the first time you see him, he comes off extremely date rapey. I'm sorry, like that first
A little
scene
bit.
when you meet him with Cara Delevingne's Loreline, and like they're like wrestling to like having a conversation. I'm like, she does not look like she is into it at all. She is like, nope, and he's like, come on. I'm like, dude, not cool.
Granted,
Not
most of
cool.
the movie she looks like she wants to fucking kill something. So
Right,
Yeah.
right. Like, I just, like I said, it's very pretty. Like, if I didn't get like motion sickness and shit in 3D, I recommend seeing it in 3D. It's a really pretty movie. I also there are scenes that are well lit. I think it's like I said, their version of the red light district, super cool.
That was super
like
cool.
that whole scene. They had Jessica Rabbit, dude.
Who?
Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger. You didn't see
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jessica Rabbit was there. I'm like, all right.
What?
You can,
Oh shit.
right? Yeah, no, and
Yeah,
it's just,
like I was like, all right, it looks cool. It was impressive.
and I think the alien species that is prominent in it is also they were a very interesting species, because like you think they would do that. They're like, you destroyed our planet, we want to destroy you, but they're actually like over that shit, and I'm
Because
like,
they had better years to get over it.
they had 30 years
Yeah.
comparatively. Like I you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, and I don't know about you, but I think the villain was super shoddy.
yeah.
He was not even like.
No, it wasn't a villain. It was just a douchebag.
He wanted to
basically.
cover up his big fucking mistake.
Right, and then like the robots were cool.
Yeah, they were. They reminded me of Geth.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
Oh, cool,
thinking.
the Geth from Mass Effect. That's about it.
I had the exact same thought as soon as they showed those.
Okay.
Right, and like I think Rihanna's scene was very colorful.
I liked Rihanna's scene.
You did,
Of course
cat
you
girl.
You did,
Dude,
yeah.
Rihanna once again proves that she is the most beautiful woman on the planet. Take a back seat, Beyonce.
Shut your whore mouth. She just had baby. She slays, dude. No, but like.
God damn it.
No, it just. I have. It was boring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
it
I
was
like
boring, yeah.
stuff, lots of exposition and shit. And
There was
This was just-
so much bullshit
it was
though.
just boring. It just didn't have substance to
I want to just point out this one scene where Luc Besson is like, "All right, I want you to see all the cool things that Valerian's gonna have to go through." So he's like, "In this district, it's the technology district. In this district, it's the water
Well,
district.
that was cool.
Yeah.
In this district, it's the air district."
Like
But no, the reason he did that. The only
Yeah,
reason
'cause
he
he
explained it,
shows
because then he
Valerian
fucking
going-
blasts through everything and
Which is stupid.
jumps
there.
and runs around.
He explained that like this place is huge, and he explained that they're like separated up districts.
Right,
Motherfucker ran through all 4 districts in a matter of like a minute and a half.
right.
This power suit
Like
shit.
the
yeah.
shit. Like this is like planet-sized
Right.
place, and dude has ran through all 4 districts.
Right. I really hate this because like I posted that Valerian thing and like 3 people were like, "What do you think about this movie?" I'm like, "Oh god.
No.
Oh, aren't you gonna be surprised?" No, it is just bad.
Yeah.
This movie to me is the McDonald's of the movies.
You're loving it?
It is empty calories and it'll fill you up for about 30 minutes, but then you're gonna be hungry about 30 minutes later because it's just a bunch of empty
So it's
calories.
the Chinese food of
Pretty
Yeah.
much,
yeah.
Like
Chinese food is great though.
you leave the movie wanting a little bit more.
Like, I left the movie, felt like I didn't watch a fucking movie. I have a hard time like recalling a lot of the movie because it just didn't.
Right, it just
sink
jumps.
in.
Okay, so
Yeah.
but that's the thing. It jumps so much, and it puts. I think this movie. I think personally, this would have worked better as a series than it would a
Yeah.
movie, because they jump so much into it. Like you don't get the feeling of life and death.
No.
Like
I have no sympathy whatsoever for any of the fucking characters. Maybe like the planet of the aliens who had
Right,
their shit
yeah,
wrecked, but
right.
That's about it.
But even they're so lackluster. They're like, "Yo, bro, we're cool with everything. Don't worry. I just want to get home." I'm like, that's a reasonable thing, but at the same time, I'm just like, you don't really have that much conflict. The
Right.
only conflict you have is at the end, is where the robots start attacking because Clive Owen's an asshole and is like, "Kill them all!"
And they never explain how this dude is basically in a pocket dimension and still fucking activates a shit ton
Yeah, that
of
was
robots.
weird. And there's that one guy. That was John Goodman's character actually. The guy who, the fat guy, whatever, that alien.
Yeah, the beginning.
Yeah.
And like, there's like, I was like, okay, when is he gonna come back to like,
Get his
Yeah,
revenge.
like,
get his revenge?
There's
It's just,
nothing.
Not a thing.
There is nothing. Unfortunately, there is nothing at all, and I just can't wrap my mind around it. That like, I feel bad for anyone who listens to this because we're doing a science fiction podcast on Saturday, so everybody like, fuck these guys.
Bad
They don't know
timing.
anything about science fiction.
Right.
But I'm just like, I love science fiction a lot. It's like one of my favorite genres, and this just doesn't feel.
It doesn't do it for me.
It doesn't. It's
No,
not.
it doesn't
It's not
at
even
all.
like a popcorn movie I would like to like hang out with my girlfriend with and be like, "Hey, let's watch Valerian."
Right.
I wanted this movie to pick a tone
Right. And
throughout
it
the
did,
entirety of it, because it
Right.
seemed like it was bouncing back and forth from like we're going for something dark to we're going for something really fun, and I'm just all like, which is it?
what do you want from us? But that's the thing. You can do like dark elements happening in a really fun movie.
Mhm.
Look at Guardians.
Right.
Guardians 2 is like
True.
one of my first things to think
Yeah.
of. I'm like, if you want to have like,
Yeah, but the thing about Guardians is even with the dark elements,
There's still,
it puts them in there, but the whole feel of the movie is upbeat,
right.
even with the dark elements.
Right, but
in
this
there.
movie has neither or. It's
Yeah.
not even.
Yeah.
It's not upbeat, but it's not dark either. It's just
black.
there. It's here.
That's
Yeah.
Like, one of the big things is like the movie is really dark when Valerian is getting like chased through or like chasing the aliens through, and it seems like all shit is broken out, and then like maybe a minute or two later, she goes and meets this fucking drunken sailor piece of shit whack job to go pick a
Lowriders,
fucking
yeah.
jellyfish out of a giant animal. Like,
yeah, from Space, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Yeah.
like you're like, where the fuck did this come from?
I did.
I really like the pirate dude.
Yeah, the
That
I
pirate's
really
pretty
like the
funny.
pirate dude, but he was there for 30 seconds.
Right.
I did actually enjoy. Oh God, what's her name? Loreline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually liked her.
You just want to fuck her brains out.
Yeah. You've mentioned
Okay, no. She has some part like I will give this the plus that like for the grunt of the movie, she's not a damsel in distress and she's the one actually trying to save Valerian.
I think she had the best humor parts.
Right.
Yeah, she did,
She
yeah.
did too, but like then when you get like she didn't come off Mary Sue-ish at all either.
No.
She didn't come off like how Rey did in Star Wars
Yeah.
The Force Awakens.
I like her way more than I do Valerian.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
she was a much more charismatic character.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think she had a lot more to do than Valerian did. Like
Yeah.
Valerian did like
She also has more substance. Valerian is just like a shallow douchebag.
Right?
There's not much to him.
No, there isn't.
Experience,
I experience that a lot when I hang out with
Yeah,
you.
Well,
I have more substance than that trick.
I don't know.
I don't know. 10 years versus 2.5
Quit
hours,
making
kind of
me-
on par.
Quit making me question everything about myself every damn podcast.
But no, like the it just got weird too, and it's not even like weird in a good way, like weird science fiction. It just got weird.
Right?
It did get weird.
It did. Really weird.
Not, yeah,
I don't.
Not
Oh,
kind
and
of weird.
if you make a science fiction movie, I want you to follow the rules of your own the world that you fucking built.
Right?
Because Valerian has to wear his suit throughout all the other places, but when he's like in the dark zone or whatever, there's no suit. I'm like, is there no repercussions about not wearing your suit?
No,
or did
that was
you
in
just...
the old era. That was like one of the original eras. I was fine to breathe in or whatever for whatnot.
All right,
That's what I got.
but when you were, he was in the spaceport. Like, okay, this doesn't sound weird. He was in the spaceport, and then not in like.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's just it's one of those things. Like we just, I'm just
It was
just
weird.
It's weird.
And like, I don't know.
I wish they would have done more from the like if they would have followed the first part, and didn't do the whole political thing
yeah.
with it. If they just followed them trying to get the pearl back to wherever, I think that would have been a lot more interesting movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would have been. That was definitely the most entertaining part of the movie.
Right,
is
the
when they're
first
trying to actually
40
get the
minutes
thing.
of the movie is the most interesting part of the
Yes.
movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Then it just goes downhill. But that's where like
And
I kind of
even the first part of the movie deceived me so hard because I really enjoyed that first part
Yeah.
and some of the crazy shit that was going on in
Right.
it. Like when he sticks his hand in that huge box thing and, like,
and it
puts
turns
his,
yeah.
puts his hand like in the alternate
The
dimension,
alternate dimension.
and
Yeah.
then the rest of his body's out of it. I was like, this is cool as shit.
Yeah,
This
it was.
movie actually might be cool. And then the rest of the movie happens.
no.
I'm just like,
yeah,
nope.
and then you're like, nope.
Like that first scene, like they explained the science, and I thought that was like Ryan said, it was really interesting and cool. Like they obviously blew their story budget on that first thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, before I go into this, I don't mind love. I think love is a great thing. Okay.
No, I see where you're coming from with this because
Oh,
their
yeah.
relationship
Yeah.
is super forced.
Their
It is
relationship
super
is forced as fuck.
I
okay?
definitely would have preferred it if she would have kept denying
Yeah,
his
kept-
advances.
If they
Fucking
would have played,
turning
if
him
they would have
down.
like, if they like I said, if they didn't play him off date rapey right at the beginning, and like he was.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
he
very
was.
much
He was
so.
like tackling and like
yeah, he was
climbing
super
all over
date
her.
rapey. Okay, like my thing about that is, it didn't even feel like at the end you're like, why are you hooking up? You know.
Yeah.
There is no premise to this. It's been one day of you, and you went from hate him to he gave you a fucking pearl ring wrapped in twine. You love him. The
Right.
fuck?
I don't.
Yeah.
If that's all it takes to get to her heart, then
God damn it,
Hey.
Ryan.
If you listen to our podcast, Kara. I'm just saying, no, like
I love your eyebrows.
I personally don't. They're fucking weird. Please, like, tweeze them or some
Oh
shit.
shit! This
I
is
think-
not the purpose of
I
the.
think that might be one of the reasons why I liked her character as well.
Are you just like
I
looking
do
at her
like-
picture
no,
right now
no,
about
I'm
this,
like,
and you're just
I'm
explaining
looking
it?
at you while I'm talking about
Oh,
this.
is that
I'm gonna wrap you up a pearl and twine.
God damn, boy, don't do that, boy.
He's from Islands. He'll appreciate it.
Yeah. No, and like, what were you going with though before we?
Oh, nothing. I just think the actress that plays her is really attractive.
Okay, that's it.
I have
That's
a
all.
weird attraction to her.
Okay. But no, like,
She looks angry all the time. I dig it.
she does. She looks.
She does look angry all the time.
After this movie, I'd be pissed off too. I'm just saying, like, there were some parts that were like, though she did have super comical parts, like when she got kidnapped, I thought that was like a really funny scene.
Dude was gonna fucking scalp her with a little like clipper thing.
Yeah.
And eat
Joey
her,
puts
like,
a fucking lemon on top of
Yeah,
it.
Like,
her
my
with
thing
the
about
hat.
that whole scene, another reason why I don't think Dane DeHaan was a good choice. Like, they play heroic music behind him while he's like trying to fight these guys. He does not look heroic.
No, he
at
Oh
doesn't.
no, it
whatsoever.
just looked bad.
He looked like he's like, I got you, dude.
Like, it would have been like a nerd versus a bunch of couch potatoes. Like, the nerd would have won, but like,
But
who
damn.
gives a shit?
Right.
The best moment he had wasn't when he was actually playing Valerian. It was that moment when Bubbles was pretending to be Valerian.
Yeah!
And it was like,
And he's like,
hey, baby. I fucking lost my shit at that
That was
part.
the
That was so
best
funny.
part.
But that's like, spoiler alert. Rihanna plays this like shapeshifter who's like, I mean, plays a shapeshifter who dies, and it feels so rushed. Like there's no
Right.
explanation. She's a gelatinous form.
Yeah.
How?
How did
What?
she die?
She's like, I got wounded in battle. I'm like, what?
What?
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
fucking
extremely lost.
Lorelai stabbed straight through her to stab something else, and she instantly moved out of the way. But
Right,
she
it's
can't
just-
fucking have something fall
Right.
on her? Question mark.
Mm.
Right. I think the problem with this movie is that it was too big for its britches.
Yeah,
Like
it's
there
trying
was
to do
too much in just 2.5 fucking hours.
I've never read the graphic novel, but watching this movie, I feel like they tried to fit multiple storylines from the
Oh,
graphic
Yeah.
novel into
Yeah.
Oh,
the
very
movie.
much so. I think the one thing is that I will not be surprised if when Valerian comes out, Luc Besson is like, now have the 3.5 hour edition where everything makes all the sense.
I will
You-
probably
you-
watch it just so that I fucking understand the first half hour of the damn
But
movie.
you cannot tell me that there was probably a lot of shit that was cut out of this
Yeah.
movie.
Oh,
I think there
probably.
was.
Oh, yeah.
There, you could tell from how choppy their explanation was for
For
everything.
a lot of shit.
For everything.
Uh-huh.
The
Like I
extra hour will literally be dialogue, of
Right.
explanation, but it will be there.
Like, you can't tell me that they probably filmed a little bit more with Clive Owen's character killing in that intergalactic war that
Oh yeah,
destroyed...
the intergalactic war.
Yeah, I was
like,
like,
there
why
was
did that happen?
nothing explained about that. Who's
Right.
the other species? Why the fuck are they fighting over
Right.
Yule for
Right.
no apparent reason?
And with Clive Owen, what a waste of an action movie
Right?
star
Right?
to
What a
give
waste
him
of-
no action parts.
He's only there for a good 20 minutes all
To
combined
be
together.
knocked out by Cara Delevingne.
Yeah, to be knocked out by Carol Delevingne, Dane DeHaan, and...
Yeah, he gets knocked out what,
Se-
four
and,
times
and
in this
Seaman
movie?
Guns. Seaman Guns knocked
That's what
him
we're gonna
out
name
too.
them? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna call them Seaman
Not
Guns.
cum guns?
Come.
Dude, I don't know what your semen looks like, but if you think that blue goop coming out of those looks like jizz, you need to get that checked.
Oh, well, you know, my doctor does say I'm weird, but no, like it was just.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, there's just.
There's so much to this movie
movie-
that should have been there and
But
a
wasn't.
lot that didn't need to be there.
And I think when you can't. Okay, my thing is you can't have a fun action adventure movie, and then you can't try to put like philosophical belief in it as well. It doesn't work.
No.
Don't
doesn't.
stop, please.
Right?
If you want a Star Trek movie with philosophical things, tone down the action. That's cool. If you want an adventure movie like Star Wars, awesome. Have a little philosophy. That's cool. You can't have both.
Right?
Yeah, but they did it in a way that wasn't cheesy at all.
No,
No,
not cheesy at
not
all.
cheesy at all.
Cheesy.
Like, oh my god.
fuck?
Like, here's my one thing about Valerian that gets me almost like, okay, spoiler alert. Laureline is about to give this special fuel converter that, like, when it eats a product, it like poops out more of it.
For no apparent reason, this thing is literally making endless amounts of matter based on nothing.
Right.
Like, the fuck?
And Valerian's like, I can't let you do that. It belongs to the government. And deep down inside, I'm a soldier. And a soldier follows the rules. I'm like,
Yep.
Didn't you just admit you're a maverick the first half
Yeah,
of the
that's
movie?
what I
Yeah,
said
the first
too.
half of the movie, he's like, fuck the rules, I do what I want. Ooh.
And I'm like, you can't have that weird character change. Especially if it's like, I was pushed by this, like, okay, so in the beginning of the movie, you see the destruction of Mule, but what you see is the Emperor's daughter dies, and her aura from 30 years ago goes inside Valerian.
Yeah,
and
and fucking
it's-
bashes him.
right.
And you're like, the fuck
And
is going
and
on?
apparently she's been guiding him, and you would think that, like, she'd still that empathy would still be in there about, like, their race being destroyed and shit. I'm like, bruh,
Yeah.
you kind of owe them.
Yeah. Like, I don't fucking know.
Honestly, it would have been more interesting to have Valerian go rogue at the end.
Right. That would have been more interesting, but it wasn't.
A lot of things would have been more interesting.
Yeah,
We
it
spent
would've
the
been.
entire movie in this digital reality market. Would have been more interesting than
That
what we
was
fucking got.
So
as
cool.
fuck.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was.
that, like, if there's some good things, the digital market reality, so interesting.
Right,
Because,
that
like,
was
you
cool
can't
as
bring
shit.
things with you unless you materialize it, and you have to have your DNA scan with it.
Yeah.
So, like, there's cool, interesting concepts,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
all without in this movie. Like, I think Alpha is an amazing planet. I think it's a very interesting planet, and I like the idea that, like, humans have to fight for their superiority. All right, they're not top dog just because they made the planet.
I think they might be top dog though. It was called the Human.
Federation,
The Human
Yeah,
Federation.
Federation.
but they were on the human territory. That's
Yes.
why the Human Federation was there.
By the looks of the military, I'm going to say humans are top dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're fucking waging.
But you
war
didn't hear
against
that.
this
But you
shit.
did you not hear the part where they said, like, their economy is dwindling and crashing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
their economy's
For
been
years, it's
shit
been
for the
shit.
last
Right.
year.
Yeah.
So, like, they're not as top dog as you think. Like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Though it's not like they're 100% like, fuck
Got
yeah,
this.
right. But apparently God still, like, my one thing is everyone's like, Godspeed in God's way. I'm like, well, apparently God still exists in this universe after you see fucking aliens.
Yeah, you're seeing aliens and like basically magic shit, but everybody's like, yeah, I'm sure the Bible just missed a few parts. It'll be fine.
Right.
Welcome to the Valerian review, where we bash on religion.
I'm not bashing on religion. I'm just making a point. At least in
It's more
Transformers,
bashing on the movie.
right?
Yeah.
Like, Transformers made the point where Tyrese goes, man, you see, they say we're created in God's image. What about these guys? And it's like, yeah, question it.
Yeah,
Valerian,
right.
they're like, no, don't question it.
Fuck
I'm just-
questioning things. We're
fuck-
soldiers.
Fuck question, yeah, right. And then Clive, like, the scenes that were supposed to be dramatic tension, you know, where Clive Owen was, like, supposed to admit he did something, you knew he wasn't going to.
Right.
I also think this movie would have been so much better if it didn't have that little thing of Clive Owen walking by the robot and just being like, if this doesn't go according to plan, you know what to do. I'm just like, oh, yep, gave it away, he's the fucking villain.
Right,
Yeah, right.
right. If they would have waited to the very end to say that, and then the robots turned rogue.
At least then there would have been a little bit more mystery about the movie, but the entire time they're going through all this shit, you're always just like, we know it's Clive Owen.
Yeah.
Why are you dragging us through all of this?
And then
We
they
already
had
know it's him.
They had to take
Mhm.
forever to fucking explain it to every other character that he's the bad guy.
Obviously-
We've been sitting here for 15 minutes going,
Every
we know!
Other characters, a complete total shit for
Yeah,
being
all the
dumbass.
other characters like, why is access denied on this? Oh, that's suspicious.
It's suspicious. Better just go about my business.
I just,
It was something, and
it was something and a half. I like,
It would have been a bigger twist if you did find out that the planet never existed.
oh man, M. Night Shyamalan-us. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And they're actually angels.
Gosh. like what?
What the fuck?
Yeah, this movie just got weird as shit.
So anyway,
That's
the
the
guy
M. Night
in
Shyamalan
charge.
twist.
No, like they're who was that black guy? Whoever he was.
The
That was-
fucking professor dude.
The
That was-
Federation leader?
That was Herbie Hancock, the famous jazz. It's like he looked familiar. I'm like, nah, and I googled it. Like, that's Herbie Hancock.
There was a lot of people
Yeah,
that
it was
had
like-
weird cameos.
that
Like
was
Ethan Hawke
weird.
played a fucking strip club owner.
Yeah.
Right?
It
Like
was-
the
it was
fuck is
weird.
going on in this movie?
Like I said though, like, I mean, I want to try to end in a positive note before we say our ratings because they're really shit ratings. But
Yeah.
I thought the people who were acting, like the people who were extras, looked really cool.
They did.
Oh yeah.
And I thought the costumes looked pretty cool too.
Right, I thought the costumes were really cool. I thought the lighting was super cool.
Right.
I like the world itself is a very interesting world.
Oh yeah, it's
Yes.
beautiful. I'd
Like-
like to take time to explore it.
Right, I think the world is much more interesting than the characters we are given
Oh,
in the
yeah.
world.
Yes.
Like,
the extras intrigued me more than the fucking people we've got as the two main characters.
right, right. And like the only exposition I did like, and I mean it doesn't really pertain to the movie as much as like you would thought it would have because they were talking about the politics of each district. I think all those districts are super interesting.
They are.
Oh yeah.
Like I thought it was really.
I wanna know
well-written.
more,
Yeah, I
but-
want to know more, but I don't want to know more about Valerian and Lorelei. I'm sorry.
Right?
Like
I want to know why this fucking tribe of crazy ass motherfuckers is allowed to live on Alpha, but nothing gets in their place or they get dead.
I'd watch another movie.
I mean, if you kind of look at
was
it
just
like,
Lorelei.
yeah, oh, shut up.
God
If you
damn
kind of
it.
look at, well, if you kind of look at it like UN nations and things like that, you sometimes you can't go through there.
Shut the fuck up. She's the better character out of the two.
She is the better
She is the better character than two. That doesn't say much.
No.
I liked her. I thought that she had some good moments.
She had much better moments than
I think
he
if
did.
I think if she would have been the lead instead of Valerian and had more moments, it
Right.
would have been a better movie.
Oh,
All right,
it
okay. I've
could've
just
been.
come to realize some big plot hole in my head.
Hmm.
She had a gun when she got kidnapped, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The fuck should she not
Think
use
so.
it for?
she did have a gun.
They didn't take anything away from her. They didn't steal her power armor.
No, she was still fucking wearing
I think
it
it was
under the
probably to
dress.
prevent like
Plot holes?
plot holes, or it's probably to prevent like I don't know, political struggle.
But there was already there was already technically they
Oh,
admitted that there was a
no.
political
more
struggle.
political, but otherwise, yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it
they
was-
already admitted that there was a stop it. They already admitted there was a political struggle.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Right? Okay, we might as well just go to our ratings. Jay,
3.
why?
The characters are bland. The story went everywhere.
Is it because of that alien that's making her dresses, whose IQ is clearly below 70?
Whose IQ is clearly 4.5.
God,
The, that facial expressions on that one alien ruined my score by at least half a point. That one alien fucking took half a point away from
Like
it.
I was thinking like what cinema sins would do. I'm like, oh, let's take away, let's add sins to this part here or this part there. I'm like, yeah, and like the characters were like they didn't like get me at all. Like
I was
Valerian's character, I just hated. The movie's just bland. Like that's
Valerian's such a shallow douchebag. I hate him
Such a
so
shallow
much.
like you
character.
know someone just like but like I said, it's just
Yeah, his
bland.
name is Jay.
Yeah, that sounds about right. No, but
I don't keep a recording of every girl I've slept with.
Jay does that question?
no,
Like a fuck.
That was
What
creepy.
the fuck,
That was
Valerian?
creepy.
Oh,
that was.
yeah,
That was-
that's his fucking playlist.
You know what that reminded me of?
Shit.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Dennis-
when they find out that Dennis has a video camera in his room and
Yes.
records
Yeah.
everybody he has sex with.
Oh, okay, yeah, I totally. Oh shit.
It's
When
always
you're in
sunny
my room,
in
you're always on camera. It's true. He
the city of a
records
thousand
everything.
planets.
That's fucking weird.
No, but like the movie was just bland, and it
Oh yeah.
did not really pique my interest besides the visuals, and like there was some parts that were okay. The beginning, I thought it's just a 3.
Yeah. You want
Max.
to go next?
Max, you're next.
I'm giving it a 4.5.
And
I agree with Jay. A lot of the characters were bland as shit. The story really didn't hook me in much, but I'm giving it a little bit more because it looked really good, and I kind of hope they make a sequel that hooks me in a little better than this bullshit did.
Fuck
Like-
you.
Well, like, here's what I'm thinking about, like, a sequel. Like, we saw the first half of the movie was amazing. So if this movie does good and they get enough capable money and shit to actually take the time to make a second movie, maybe the second movie will do what the first movie stopped doing after the first 30 minutes. Be interesting.
I'll see it if Lorelai and Valerian get divorced between this movie and the next one, because their relationship makes absolutely no
Their
sense.
relationship.
It does not make sense whatsoever.
The way I see it, do you remember in Transformers, like the second or third movie, when Megan Fox tells Shia LaBeouf that, like, our relationship is based on basically the fact we survived through something that's not gonna last forever. Like, that is exactly how I see Valerian and Lorelai's relationship. Like, congratulations, you did one thing for a whole 24 hours.
Yeah.
Don't fucking
Homeboy, do you
marry
know-
him.
Do you know how much money they spent on Valerian?
How much
Too
money?
fucking much.
Yeah, over $2 million, like, fucking over $22 million, like
Jesus.
100,
Oh my
over
God.
222, because it's
Most of
100,
that's for CG, I bet.
it's 197 million euros.
Oh my
That's
God.
$220 million
Oh my God.
US dollars.
There's no way they're gonna make that
Homeboy,
back.
he spent a shit ton of money on this. You were talking about, like, if they have a better budget, dude, they're gonna be bankrupt.
Yeah, they are fucking bankrupt. Never mind, fuck it, it's getting a 4. Fuck you, you can't provide a sequel.
Ryan, your rating, my friend.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Ooh, why?
Alright.
Just because
Cat
there
ears?
are parts of the movie that I can find enjoyment out of.
Cat ears.
Like like cat ears. Rihanna's fucking sexy. Get over it.
Like, how much did that improve your rating right there?
I like that chocolate, bro.
Rihanna definitely added a whole point to the rating. There are parts of the movie that I do find enjoyment out of. Like we were talking about, the first half of the movie I really
Yeah.
enjoyed.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, they did do a really good job designing the world and
They did.
everything. It's very nice to look at. A lot of cool effects in there. There are most of the action in it's kind of lackluster, but there are some good action bits in it. Though.
When he's running around, I thought that was
Yeah.
a really cool scene.
I thought the cooler action part was the giant creepy dog thing trying to tear through it.
Right, that
Yeah,
one
that
was,
was-
yeah.
that was a good one.
Yeah.
I feel bad for those dudes, because those dudes have no substance at all.
Yeah, they got
Oh,
fucked.
Fuck those guys,
Stop
The
apparently.
most
Characters.
interesting guy was the guy in purple wearing fucking knockoff Beats.
Yeah.
And he had no lines.
The most interesting dude was the guy that could control other things.
And then
Are you
he
kidding me?
dies
That would
because
be
he
awesome.
gets fucking smacked and is brain dead. Oh.
But yeah, there are parts of the movie that I do find enjoyment out of. It's one of those things where, like, if it ever got put on Netflix or something and I had nothing else to watch, I'd probably watch it and fast forward to the bits that I like.
Right.
It's one of those
Right.
movies.
Be one of those
So just
background
Rihanna?
movies where you'd look up and be like, yeah, this is a cool pond, and yeah, I'm back doing other shit.
Granted, if Ryan's on Netflix watching Valerian, it's late at night and he's like lonely.
So he's only watching the Rihanna.
Yeah.
He's only watching the Rihanna scene.
Especially just the cat ear part.
I'm always lonely.
I got you, boo.
We're gonna give Ryan a round of applause.
I honestly was really, like, when I was out of
How
it,
the
I'm
fuck
like...
would I watch a movie? There's a thing called the internet.
Just
There's a
double
lot
click.
better things on there.
Ryan now sings "The Internet Is for Porn" song.
But Avenue Q.
That's copyrighted. I can't sing that.
Right, we can't, we
I've
got...
been hearing that song for damn near 8 years now, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Can you make bleep sounds in editing?
No, I can, but
Not right now.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, fuck it.
Homeboy, that's a lot of work.
Alright, Kien, what the
All
fuck's your
these
rating?
guys unzip their flies for.
When I went out of it,
Corn.
when I went out of it, I was gonna give it a 5, but the more this is what happens. This is what happens. I like sit and fester on it because I know I'm gonna have to make a review about this.
Right.
And like I was like, I'll give it a 5. It's really good. Like when I thought of a 5, I'm like, I really like the Huey, Dewey, and Louie like duck aliens. I found those guys way more interesting. Make a
They
fucking
were.
movie about them. Jesus Christ.
Right?
I would rather have seen a movie of the fucking fucking pirate dude fishing. Like they have
Yeah.
very, like If they would do a miniseries about that kind of shit, where it's just like on Alpha and like it's an anthology story, that'd be pretty cool.
That would
Right?
be.
I give it a 3 though, and this is why. I don't like Dane DeHaan. I've never liked Dane DeHaan. I only liked Dane DeHaan when he was being bullied in Chronicle, because then he becomes a fucking crazy person.
Right.
All right. Granted, this is the only movie where I've seen where Dane DeHaan doesn't become like fucking psycho and is like, I need to kill everything. I need someone's blood. Give me Peter Parker's blood. You're Peter Parker's girlfriend.
Kill Peter.
Yeah.
Dane DeHaan ruined it for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
How could you say that about me? I'm so charismatic.
You're as charismatic as a fucking brick.
Right.
God, there's
See that brick on my wall, motherfucker? That is what you are.
That is you.
Oh my god.
God damn.
I can't.
I can't believe you would say such hurtful things. Coming after you.
I'm okay. But with that in mind, though, you should probably see it in theaters. That is like my last thing. Like you can't tell me you shouldn't probably see it.
No,
in
you
theaters.
should see
Oh,
this
yeah.
one. in
You
theaters.
need to see this. In
If you're
theaters.
gonna see this one, see
See
it in theaters.
and
It's
see
not
it in
gonna be-
3D. See it in 3D.
Yeah, because it's not gonna be nearly as cool on your television.
Right, unless
Oh, hell
right,
no.
no. So that's been the Robro reviews. I'm Kien Ibanez.
I'm Ryan Freeman.
I'm sick of these people.
And I'm jailed.
God damn it, Jay.
Jay is Batman.